Fucking remember. Hey guys.
Hey, what's up? We were just talking. You caught us. All right, TYT Classics time. What do you got for us, Casper?
Okay, so this is a video from September of 2007. Keep in mind, I started working at TYT April of 2007. So I'm pretty new, and you can tell.
Super newbie.
Yeah. And so the topic of discussion is infidelity in marriages and what we felt at the time about getting married. Okay, take a look.
This is a real life story. There's this two people in Bosnia, a guy and a girl, and they meet each other online, and they unfortunately they're married though, and so but they got this love affair going on, but it's only on the internet, and they give each other cutie names like Sweetie and Prince of Joy, precious, right? And they decide, hey, you know what? That's it. I'm going to divorce my wife. I'm going to divorce my husband, and let's meet. And one of them's at the girls at the internet cafe, and the guy's doing it from work. And they finally decide to meet. And they said, in order for us to know who we are, let's both bring a rose. So they show up to the place they're supposed to meet. They both have a rose. They look at each other, and they're married. It's their husband and wife.
Oh my God.
So they've been cheating on each other with each other. Okay. And they're both crestfallen. They're no more Sweetie. They're no more Prince of Joy. Okay, Prince of Joy has left the building. Okay, and then they turn angry. It's really funny. And their real names are, I don't know why, I'm amused by them. Sana, Klaric, and Adnan. Adnan, Prince of Joy, shows up with the rose and he's like, oh, hello, sweetie, where are you? It's my wife. Okay, so here's the wife. Here's what she had to say. I thought I had found the love of my wife. The love of my wife. Nice Freudian slip. The love of my life. The way this Prince of Joy spoke to me, the things he wrote, the tenderness in every expression was something I had never had in my marriage. Okay, now here's Adnan. I don't know why, but I love Adnan. Okay, Adnan says, I got cousins named Adnan. They're no Prince of Joy. Anyway. To be honest, I still find it hard to believe that the person, Sweetie, who wrote such wonderful things to me on the internet is actually the same woman I was married to and who has not said a nice word to me for years. But you know what, Anna, what this shows you is, hey, you know what? Instead of being a pain in the balls to each other, why don't you try, being Sweetie and Prince of Joy to one another and see if that works out?
You know what's so weird? I feel like I never want to get married now because whenever I see people get married, it's like the relationship just dies. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, I know exactly what you mean.
That's horrible. Oh my gosh.
And I'm watching this show on HBO, Tell Me You Love Me, right? And it's the same thing. 3 couples and they're all a total pain in the ass to each other. And it's I don't know how you married folks do it. It seems so damn hard.
Right.
And I guess the upside is kids and sharing, whatever. I mean, I get, okay, if you're into that type of thing, I suppose. Look, I guess I can see the upside, but the downside is so tremendous that I don't even know who does it anymore. Isn't it great when you're Sweetie and Prince of Joy?
Right. And that's always happening when you're not married. So I want to ask all the married viewers right now, how's your relationship changed since you got married? I mean, are things still great or did things just go to shit as soon as you tied the knot?
No, that's a good question, but I want to ask you for the people who have relationships too. Were you Sweetie, in the first 3 months? How long did it take before you became the pain in the ass that she has not said something nice to me for years? Okay. When did that transformation happen?
Oh, God. Everything in that video was true.
I thought you were going to say the opposite.
No. Okay, and don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Okay, marriage is great.
This is the least credible thing I've ever heard.
No, it is. It's so great. It's so great.
This is worse than Elizabeth Warren's explanation of the Ben Carson book.
Okay, it is great, but no matter what, and it doesn't matter, you can have like the best relationship, the most passionate, exciting beginning of the relationship. No matter what, you're gonna get used to each other, you're gonna get comfortable, right? And some people love the comfort, right? They can't wait for the comfort. Some people, such as myself, like I love the butterflies and I love the excitement and I love the romance. Not even necessarily the romance, it's more just like the excitement of it all, the newness of it all. I know that's not a word, but I don't know, it's gonna,
is a word.
Is it?
Devin Nunes. investigating Trump for a while.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I think it is. Anyways.
Yeah, but it eventually fades, and you just kind of have to deal with it.
So that's true, but it's super funny because I actually now think the total opposite. Okay, and so I'll give you a sense of what happens if things are going well, and what replaces the butterflies and etc. This morning. So my wife gets frustrated taking the kids to school because they're a pain in the ass and they don't like to do things what their parents tell them to do because they're 4 and 6 years old.
Yeah.
Very logical.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay. She refuses to accept that they're not grown-ups.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's like, I have to keep telling them to do things. I'm like, that's because they're 4 and 6, right? Anyways, so we've now I decided that I'm going to try even harder to help her in that regard. So on Wednesdays and Fridays, I take the kids to school now, okay? So this morning, she stayed in bed. I got the kids ready, I got them dressed, I got them breakfast, and I took them to school. And she needed my help in proofreading, my wife did, something she was gonna submit to a court, okay? And so I helped her with the proofreading. When she got up, she was so happy. All of a sudden, I was Sweetie and Prince of Joy.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And so in marriage, those are the things. They're like, oh my God, I got to sleep in an extra hour, and I didn't have to yell at the kids and stress myself out that morning. So all right, so that was great. That was God bless.
You have a partner in life, and that partner, if you've chosen the right person, will help you. I ordered these gigantic wall mirrors that I ended up not liking from Home Depot. They were super heavy and super difficult to carry around. I made Christian return them yesterday and he had to wait in line. It was super annoying, but he did it and I couldn't do it without him. I couldn't do that on my own. They were too heavy, they were too big, right? There was something wrong with the toilet and I don't know how to fix the toilet. He did the research yesterday, found out which part he needed to buy, installed the part this morning. Toilet works perfectly. Those little things are great. And you know what I would have done if I were living alone and the toilet wasn't working properly? I would just call a plumber and be like, I don't know, just replace the whole toilet. I think the toilet's just defective.
It's obviously defective. I do have to confess that although I don't like to do the handy stuff, every once in a while I have to use a plunger to clear out a toilet, right? And every time it works, I feel so proud.
Right?
Right, it's just a plunger, that's the whole point. Of course it's gonna work, right? But every time it works, I'm like, solved it again.
Yeah.
Okay, and we kept talking about Prince of Joy there, and we wound up getting married, right?
Yeah.
So you just got married last year, and I got married a year after that video, right? And I named my daughter Joy, okay? But it wasn't because of that. There was a girl in my freshman year dorm named Joy, and I always thought, what a wonderful name. So your whole life, everybody keeps repeating joy, joy, joy.
Yeah.
That's got to sink in to some degree. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's it. I'm naming. If I ever have a daughter, I'm naming her Joy. So and I as soon as a lot of the clips that we watched in TYT classes, I don't remember at all. So it's all new to me, right? That one I remembered instantly, and I was like, oh, that's because that story stuck with me, and it's so true. If you're in a marriage, try not to be dicks to one another, so you don't repeat Adnan's mistake.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And they haven't said a nice word to each other in all those years. Meanwhile, they're online like, oh, dick, just say it to your wife, say it to your husband.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so the best piece of advice I've ever gotten in regard to relationships was actually from Tom Hank, who used to work with us.
Oh, I thought for sure you were going to say from me. I'm such an egomaniac.
No, you did give me good advice though.
I did?
Yeah, you said that, this is a long time ago, you said, look, guys like to be validated. They like validation.
Oh, yeah.
So validate them where you can. And it's funny because it sounds so easy, but sometimes it's hard to do. I don't know why.
No, I don't know. Look, don't make me get into it. Women don't like to validate dudes. They just don't.
That's not true.
No, I've been in 28 relationships.
Because guys will do something. All right, maybe I'm being unfair and I don't mean to generalize all guys, but I've seen this trend where guys will do something fairly simple around the house and they'll be like
maybe using a plunger.
Everybody, yeah. Like a woman, does most of the child care. Guys help more and more as generations go on, right? But then like a guy will change a diaper and he'll be like, I changed the diaper. I changed the diaper, everyone, right?
That's it.
And that's not, and like if a guy, if the public sees a man do something with his kid, and it's something small like taking their kid to a park, what a great father. What a great father. The woman takes the kid to the park. Is that kid cold? Is that kid properly dressed for this weather? What a bad mom. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's probably the reason why some women are like hesitant to be like, I'm gonna give my guy a pat on the back for doing like something super mediocre.
Okay, you see this? All right, first let's know for the record, better man.
No.
Okay, now second of all, I will actually grant you most of that.
Yeah.
So once, the thing that has made my wife the angriest in our entire marriage is once I claimed that I changed a quarter of the diapers of the kids. She's like, you think you changed a quarter of the diapers? You think you changed a quarter of them? She's like you would come in and change one diaper a day. Do you know how many diapers you have to change a day? Do you know? You don't know, do you? Because you don't change them. Okay, you'll change a diaper once every other day and like, oh, I changed the diaper. You think you changed a quarter of them? I thought I was being super reasonable. I wasn't saying half, right? I was just saying a quarter, right? So she still won't let it go to this day.
So funny.
And so, but you're right. If you change all the diapers and the guy wants credit for one fucking diaper, it's a little annoying. And you're absolutely right. When I take out in public, I take my kids out to eat every once in a while because Wendy also works, right? So when she's working, I take them to, like this weekend, I took them to breakfast. Whenever I'm out with my kids and we're having a good time and I'm showing them love and it's a dad taking care of his 2 young kids, I get the, look, all the time, right?
Totally.
Like, look at that. That's his dog, and he's taking care of his kids and his daughter. That's so cute and stuff. Meanwhile, you're right. Women get judged left and right.
Yeah. Is
right?
the kid dressed properly? Is the kid too thin? Is the kid overweight? Is the kid clean enough? I don't have kids, so I haven't experienced it firsthand, but I've certainly seen other women experience it. And it makes me so mad. Because by the way, it's not other men that are judging these women and their parenting skills. It's other women judging these women and their parenting skills. And it's like, come on, man, you've been through it, so why are you being so unbearable?
That's why, because they've been through it and they're like, you better suffer too. Okay, all right, so last thing, because I got to go talk to you guys. I have a call with the executive producers today that are members. So also commenting on how we look, that's another favorite part of TYT Classics.
Yeah.
You could tell we did the show in the mornings back then.
Totally.
You had a total morning face on. You had not had coffee or whatever it was. You were like, okay, anyway, guys, I just wanted to ask you guys, what do you think? Let's ask the callers.
That's so funny and it's so true.
And then now, since you mentioned guys like validation, I will give myself validation. I think I'm a good storyteller. Like,
you got very animated. You got into it for sure.
Yeah, as I was watching myself tell that story, I was like, "Good job, Cenk."
Yeah, you did a great job. You did a great job, Cenk.
Okay, so what have we learned today? I can build a bathroom. That was in the post game, right? I can use a plunger. I've changed a lot of diapers, but not a quarter of the diapers of my kids.
And then we didn't, just real quick, Tom Hanks' advice to Hank. And his advice to me was, don't stop trying to impress your partner. You know what I'm saying? Because after a while, when you get comfortable, you don't really care that much about impressing them because you just assume that you have them forever. But you don't ever assume that.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
I can't help it. One super last thing. When I was getting married, I asked for advice from my friends. One of my friends said, don't ever go to sleep angry at one another, resolve things, right?
Yeah.
And Steve-O said, that's bullshit, don't listen to him, he's an idiot. Okay, he's like, that's not true at all. Just sometimes you just gotta let it go, right? And cool down and it'll be better in the morning.
Yeah.
So trying to resolve it all night long is a total pain in the ass. And I was like, Steve sounds more right.
It depends on the couple. If I go to sleep angry, I'm gonna wake up even angrier. So it depends on the couple.
I can believe that. No, for me, let it go. It'll be better in the morning.
Yeah.
So it depends. All right, guys, much love. Prince of Joy and Sweetie, we'll see you next time.